Welcome to part 13 of my Best of Applab series. In this series we take a look at the best applab games available for the Quest and Quest 2. This video is packed full of awesome applab titles that you can download right now for your Quest. And as always, I have some game codes to give away. So thanks to the generous devs who have not only given me review codes, but giveaway codes to use in this competition. I have the following codes to give away. 5 codes to give away for Dear Santa. 5 codes to give away for Toy Monsters. 3 codes to give away for Cosmic Survivor. 3 codes to give away for Golden Gloves. 2 codes to give away for Void Ninja. 1 code to give away for Beers and Boomerangs. And 1 code to give away for MASTERNOID. I'd like to thank the devs once again for their generosity in providing the codes for this giveaway. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is to let me know when this Christmas themed object next appears in the video. So give me a timestamp in the comment section below, as well as the game code you would like to win. Then in about a week's time, I will be announcing the winners, so make sure you check back in about a week to see if you've won or not. It's as simple as that. Now, as always, there's timestamps in the description below, so you can skip to a certain game you want to check out. And if you don't find the one that takes your fancy, as I said, this is part 13 of a series, so there's 12 other previous parts that you can go back and look at in the playlist linked in the description below. So I'm sure you'll find something there. And finally, these videos do take a while to put together, so if you have enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, subscribing is a great way to support the channel. Now, onto the games. Become a world-class orchestra conductor and direct a concert to entertain a packed opera house. Now, this game has full hand tracking support, and in the video you can see me holding a pencil here to simulate the baton. Now, that's not required, though I do recommend it for maximum immersion. The game was a pleasant surprise for me. I never thought I could enjoy a game about conducting music, but here we are. The presentation is great, apart from the lifeless eyes of the orchestra staring into your soul. And it has a little bit of a story to it as well. The gameplay involves cueing musicians, controlling the beat, the tempo and crescendos, all using your hands. It flows really well when you get into the rhythm, and it just feels great to conduct epic symphonies. It's a must try for any enthusiasts of VR rhythm games. Now, another hand-tracking title which also includes pass-through is this fun tower defense game that gives me strong Plants vs Zombies vibes. You earn stars to buy things that will help you stop enemies from reaching the other end of the board, because if they do, then it's game over. There's quite a few ways to defend your end of the board, with shooting units, mines, teddy bear defenders, as well as power-ups and the ability to shoot lasers from your palm. It's a nice variety that adds some strategy to the game. Now, right now there's a few levels to choose from, but there's plans for a new map, more levels, mini games and even co-op in future updates. Speaking of multiplayer co-op, we have a challenger here to the popular multiplayer game Gorilla Tag. Now, unfortunately, I've been having some technical issues and wasn't able to play the game just yet, so I'm putting it in this list based on the positive reception it's actually received from others, and not my own gameplay impressions. In this game you have to be the first to find 10 bananas by searching for them around the map and stealing them from other players. And here's where the doo-doo comes into play. To steal bananas, you grab poo from your rear end and fling it at your fellow primates. Use the grip buttons and vines to scoot and swing around the map, and although I haven't played it, just looking at the gameplay videos it looks like a good time. Now it isn't out just yet, the release date is pegged for mid-Jan, but the developer Continuum XR and the publisher Cleat Games are looking to get as many interested players on the Discord channel, which will be linked in the description below, ready for launch. So if this looks like a game you'd want to try, get signed up to the Discord ready for the official launch, link in the description. Moving on from monkey poo to monkey piss. At least that's what Foster's lager tastes like to me. And this lookalike used in this game is what you have to defend from the Aussie outback critters who can't get enough of the stuff. Use a pair of boomerangs to defend your frothies in this hilarious wave shooter filled with Australian tropes such as classic Vegemite on toast or G'day mate due to copyright reasons. It was all the more fun noticing these things, being that I'm from Melbourne myself. Now with all wave shooters there is a danger of things getting a bit samey, but not so much here, as each level introduces new enemies, new features, challenges and goals. So in this one level, for example, I have bottled beer, which is prone to breaking unlike the cans, so I have to be extra careful with those. On another stage I get to exchange fists with this kangaroo to protect my stash. And there's some replayability here too if you want to tick off all the level objectives. So as we say in Australia, I had a ripper of a time, so make sure you get among it.
Christmas is just around the corner, but we still have a whole mountain of unread letters.
Now going from the sizzling heat of the outback to the sub-zero temperatures of the North Pole, here's a good one for the whole family this Christmas. Help Santa assemble toys and ship them off to the good boys and girls. Find the toy parts and assemble them to match the pictures in the letters you receive. Although some toys are already pre-assembled, so with those you just have to find them and put them in the present. As you might expect, it gets more difficult as the game progresses, with more parts to find and more challenging designs to create as the game goes on. It's a comfortable game and polished too. Assembling toys by snapping them together works quite well. It's a fun, casual puzzler and particularly suitable to anyone who is new to VR, especially around this time of year. We now go from family fun to something that's a bit less child friendly. Try your ninja skills with this open beta, run along walls, skid under barriers and slice enemies into pieces with your katana. There's still a generous number of levels and the mechanics work well despite this being in the beta phase. I found the stages to be quite thoughtfully designed so that skilled platform is needed if you want to get to the end. And all the different parkour mechanics worked great for me and really got my adrenaline pumping. Now keeping with the ninja theme is Void Ninja, and don't let the basic visuals fool you here because this is such a good game. It's a runner where you move side to side using your head, and is stuffed full of awesome game mechanics. Fighting, swimming, flying, jumping, you do it all in this challenging gauntlet that will put your skills to the test. Now I certainly found it to be a challenge getting through each course, especially the later ones, but it's so super addictive you'll probably find yourself jumping straight back in each time you die. It's great exercise too, and I just couldn't stop playing it. Another game that will certainly challenge you is this bullet hell, which turns your hands into two crystalline dragons. Defeat the robotic armada that have enslaved the beasts inhabiting the cosmos. Now quick reaction times are needed here if you hope to be successful. It is on the shorter side, but it's definitely fun while it lasts, and my favourite part was encountering these epic creatures in space. It reminded me of my favourite Quest 2 bullet hell game Yuki on the official store. I didn't enjoy it as much as that, but it did have those vibes, so I think it's well worth checking out. We have another bullet hell game here with a retro flavour. This roguelite bullet hell arcade shoot 'em up mixes old school with modern day virtual reality. The screen surrounds you in a 360 panorama, which means that it does make good use of VR despite being a retro inspired game. Choose your ship and the difficulty and try to shoot your way to the top of the global leaderboards. The enemies you encounter might have different attack strategies, some might take more hits than others, and as you go you'll pick up upgrades that will give you better firepower, better shields and faster engines. It's one of the games that just really focuses on the gameplay, giving the player a dose of intense action, and this game has it in spades. Now I'm playing it standing here, but you can also quite easily play this one seated. And the dev tells me they've got some more ideas on how to expand and improve the game. So if there are enough player numbers, then we can expect some future updates for this too.
Welcome to MASTERNOID.
From one retro arcade game to another, this is MASTERNOID, and it's trying to create a new gameplay experience based off of arcade classics like Arkanoid. Now Arkanoid is a personal retro favourite of mine, so I love these types of games that try to recreate it with a modern VR take, and MASTERNOID does this very well. One of the things I immediately noticed was the awesome soundtrack that changes in response to the gameplay. Take a listen to this.
Extra ball.
I really love the music, but more than that, the gameplay is great too. There's 50 levels of bright, colourful, brick-breaking action. You can get power-ups, and as more balls enter the arena, it does get a lot more intense. And it definitely recreates some of that same magic that Arkanoid brought to me as a kid all those years ago. And finally, we transition from breaking bricks to breaking faces. Golden Gloves is without a doubt one of the best boxing games I've played on the Quest, joining another boxing favourite of mine, Thrill of the Fight. The fighting mechanics have been designed in consultation with pro and amateur boxers, and it really does show, as the boxing feels realistic, with the kinds of blocks, combos and slips you might expect from an actual bout. Now you've got to advance through the ranks and compete for titles in career mode, or you can set up your own match with the custom functions. And there's also a gym at your disposal if you need to hone your skills. The gym has different bags with adjustable properties to train on, with each having good physics, and there's also tutorials to help you along too. Golden Gloves is a fantastically immersive and authentic boxing game that can also provide a heck of a workout. So that's it for another Best of Applab video. We have 20 codes to give away, so there's a good chance you might win something if you do enter the competition. Winners will be announced a week from the release of this video. But if you do miss out this time around, remember to subscribe and turn notifications on so that when I release another video like this in the future, you can enter the giveaway for another chance to win. So as always, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.